Well, I just left the apartment, took the monster stepkid to kindergarten, dropped off the fiance back at the apartment, and I'm trying to get out of the city to go to the farm. I gotta swing by and pick up super tolic and some plumbing supplies. We're gonna lay water lines today, but for some reason traffic is just atrocious today. So I thought I would share with you my journey in the city and see if you guys can handle Ukrainian roads and traffic, because it can get quite interesting. There's over here to the left, you'll see a bunch of vendors and stuff set up. We're going to drive right by the market in the center of the city. I'll just run through this intersection. There's no rules in Ukraine. I don't know if anybody's ever drove here, but there's absolutely no rules. I guess she doesn't want to cross. All right. You have to watch these old babushkas because they like to just jump in front of you, and like I said, there's no rules, so nobody's gonna tell them no or stop them or anything like that. So people just park on the middle of the road, just stop vans wherever. It's like I said, it's like the wild west. But this is the market over here to the right, and you can get fresh produce, meat. Right now they're selling all their blueberry plants, every kind of tree, everything you can think of. There's a currency exchange. You can exchange any kind of money you can think of. You can buy electronics, just a little bit of everything. So it's a cool place if you like to haggle and barter and argue, but it's not for me. I like to go to the grocery store where there's a set price. I know where the product came from. It's not something made in somebody's garage and some fake label put on it. So you can see people just will walk in front of you, didn't even look to see if he was going to get run over. No care in the world. It's normal here. Let's see if we can find anything else interesting here. You will see a crazy combination of vehicles here, from old Soviet Ladas to you know, the newest cars in Europe. I've seen a huge amount of Teslas in the last few days. Electric vehicles are extremely popular here in Ukraine because they have the importation, the VAT, the 20% value added tax that you need to pay on all the imports. It's non-existent for electric cars, so you can ship an electric car over here for I think I've bought 3 Nissan Leafs, and they cost me $28 a piece for the taxes, which is unbelievably cheap compared to other gas based. It's based on the engine capacity, the engine size, and what if it's diesel or gas. But you'll see a huge amount of vehicles, just a wide variety, European, American, there's stuff from China, just anything and everything goes here. And in the village you'll see they call them a moto block, and all it is like a souped up tiller that they've taken the tines off of, and they hooked it to like a wagon or a cart, and they drive them around in the village up and down the roads. So we might get a moto block for the farm, just for the hilarity of it. See, the currency exchange today, I don't know if you guys can see that sign, is 27.72. So $1 US will get you 27 grivna and 72 kopek. So pretty good exchange rate right now. I think when I was here last year it was 24, 25. So bad for the Ukrainian economy, good for the American traveling abroad in Ukraine. And another thing about Ukraine that you gotta love is there is a pharmacy on every street corner, an apteka. You can go to this place and you can buy whatever you want. Most of the time you don't need a prescription. If you know what you want, just tell the pharmacy tech at the window what you need and they're gonna give you whatever. The last few days I've been laid up in the apartment. When we pulled those 200 and something concrete posts out of the ground, I pulled something in my back and was down for the count. Julia went to the apteka, got me some muscle relaxers, some pain medicine, no prescription needed, and I've self-doctored myself and she doctored me up and we're back in the fight 2 days later. So, and another thing is the marshutkas and the autobuses, the little vans and buses, and these electric transports. All the buses that run in the city from stop to stop are electric. You'll see the blue one and this white one here, they're all attached to the electric grid here. And then this white one, that's right in front of us, I guess this would be marshutka, like a small, like mini bus. And you can go all over Ukraine with these buses, just going from different station to station. And it's extremely affordable. I mean, like, you're talking like less than 25-30 cents. This is actually pretty good roads. I've drove on some of the cities where in the city it's like just absolutely horrible. Cobblestone in Lviv, it's the original cobblestone, and I mean, it's absolutely terrible if you're driving in a 1998 Honda CR-V with very poor suspension. It'd about rattle your fillings out of your head. Independence Square is off to the left. Maybe one day I'll go down there. It's a big, huge place where they have like you can have concerts, and if there's protests or something, they'll all take place there. And there's a lot of statues and cool stuff around. A lot of old Soviet era memorials for the soldiers and all this other fun stuff. You have to watch crosswalks in Ukraine. And people, if the crosswalk is marked, the car it's responsible for the car to just stop and let the people cross. The pedestrian traffic has right of way. Like this one right here in front of us. If somebody was walking across and you were to hit them, you would be at fault. The Soviet World War II War Memorial is up to the right. I don't know if you can see it in the camera angle view, but there is just thousands and thousands of marked graves, and it's, you know, where their surname, first name, date of birth, date of death, and a little bit about them. But there's thousands, and you can see the fence is like every 5 feet is a Soviet red star in a golden reef, and it's just granite memorials. It's really, really pretty, really beautiful. I might go in there and do some filming. I don't know how popular that would be. If that's something that would be interesting, you guys can hit me up in the comments and let me know. And then the famous T-34 tank will be up here on the left. It's it's at the intersection, the entrance to the city. It's a really nice, well-preserved T-34. I wouldn't be surprised if it, I'm sure it probably does run, but it's off to the left here. We'll see if we're not gonna stop here. Show you guys this T-34. Here's that T-34. almost out of the city. We're still got another 3 or 4 kilometers. It's not been too crazy a driving. So we passed main intersection. We're coming up on the main police station is up here on the left, and then you can take a right here and go deeper into the city where all the apartment complexes are. There's the main hospital for the city's there, the main pediatric clinic. So if you take a right, you could go to Ternopil. It's another big city pretty close to here. Some words I don't have a problem with pronouncing, and others it's just so I guess it's not the sounds of the Ukrainian alphabet are. We'll run this light. People don't care here. There's no rules. But it's difficult for native English speakers to say certain words, certain sounds. So if I say something and it sounds funny, it's probably because I'm saying it wrong. You'll see probably there'll be a bunch of people up here with their finger out trying to catch a ride, usually right here on this corner. No, I guess the bus came. But usually right here to the right, there's 15, 20 people trying to hitchhike to the next village, next town. It's really common practice here to, if you're driving in an empty car, empty seat or whatever, just give people a ride. It's not going to hurt you. You can see a police officer up here and in front of us. We'll try not to speed. The speed limit in the city is 50. Typically nobody follows that. We're driving 60 right now. Another police officer. Usually right on the outskirts of the city, there's usually a police checkpoint about this time, so I probably should put my seatbelt on. They do tend to give people tickets and pull people over and check their registration and documents if you are not wearing your seatbelt. This end of town is really just like auto repair. There's a few machine shops. It's I guess getting on the outskirts of town, it's more the industrial stuff. But see, this police car is a Renault Duster, French car. They've got Toyota Priuses, they've got old Soviet Ladas, they've got Nivas, they've got UAZs. The police force here has got just a little bit of everything in their arsenal. And a huge amount of unmarked cars. You can see the blue license plate. Blue license plate is police, Ukraine. Black is military. Can't remember what like fire services and ambulatory is, but I know black is military, blue is police. So they've got Ukraine had a big like scandal with their police force not too many years ago, and people were taking huge amount of bribes. I mean, you could get out of a ticket, you could pretty much do whatever you wanted and pay a little bit of money, and they just leave you alone. Well, they fired the entire police force and they recruited a whole generation of new police officers that are supposed to be like less corrupt, more like law-abiding, just like a better police force. Well, I'm pretty sure you could still bribe and get your way out of something. I'm sure these young people, the police have a very low salary here. I mean, it's I don't know how some of these occupations, how they survive, how they can have more people. So it has to be on the bribery system, because it doesn't make any sense why somebody would be a police officer, a firefighter, when you could be a taxi driver and make twice as much money. So I guess if it's you've got passion and you just love that job, then. But they have to be supplementing their income somehow, because everything costs the same. We are out of the city now. We're going to the roundabout that takes you to all the different towns and villages. And I will go through the roundabout and I will kill the video before I go to Sasha 5050's house, just for his privacy's sake. But I will show you this roundabout where it's Mad Max in the Thunderdome, where nobody stops for anybody and you just work your way on in. Like I said, the police, nobody really follows any rules here, because like I said, it's still 50 here, and we're driving 80, and the police are behind us. Nobody seems to care. And for everybody complaining about gas prices in America, it's 27 grivna 99 kopeka for 1 liter. So that's pretty much 28 grivna for 1 liter of gas. They don't have 87 octane here. The lowest you're going to get is 92, and that's the cheapest gas. So 4 liters to a gallon, so 28 times 4 is it's almost $5 a gallon, $4.50 a gallon for fuel. And diesel is let's see, merge on in. Nobody was coming. Diesel, let's see. This station says propane is $15.99 and diesel is $25.89. So diesel's pretty comparative. Propane is comparative, but gas is just like super expensive. So, well, we're going into the village of Ruzachanka, and this is the home of Sasha 5050. So just for his, I guess, personal protection, I won't film going to his house, but you can see how drastically